The United Kingdom is known for its castle symbols of royalty, glory, and ruin, but some of these stone giants hide something deeper: centuries of betrayal, torture, and restless spirits. These are the top 5 haunted castles in the UK, where blood was spilled and something stayed behind. 1. Chillingham Castle, the torture room that still echoes. Located in Northumberland, Chillingham Castle was once a border fortress and a house of horror. In the dungeon, victims were starved, stretched, and impaled during the medieval wars. The castle's torturer, John Sage, is believed to have killed over 7,500 people. Visitors today report the smell of burning flesh in the old torture chamber and whispers coming from a locked Iron Maiden. One American tourist fainted after seeing a shadow crawl across the ceiling. Security footage caught nothing, except for the sound of chains dragging across the stone. Legend says Sage still walks the halls, looking for unfinished business. 2. Glamis Castle. The monster-in-the-wall Glamis Castle in Scotland is beautiful, but something monstrous was hidden there. According to legend, a deformed child heir to the Bowes-Lyon family was kept locked in a bricked-up room, alive for decades, known only as the Monster of Glamis. To this day, that section of the castle is sealed. Staff refused to speak about it. One maid quit after hearing deep, slow breathing behind a locked door when no one was inside. Guests staying overnight in the Queen Mother's old suite report cold hands grabbing their ankles while they sleep, and a raspy voice whispering, "I'm still here." 3. Leap Casa. The Bloody Chapel and the Elemental in Ireland's Leap Casa. Centuries ago, a priest was murdered by his brother, stabbed on the altar during Mass. His blood soaked into the stone and never washed out. But the real terror came later. Renovators discovered a hidden shaft behind the chapel filled with human bones, hundreds of them. Sacrifices, executions. No one knows how many died there. Locals speak of the elemental, a foul-smelling, shadowy figure with animal-like eyes that appears in the chapel without warning. One psychic described its presence as a parasite made of sorrow. She fled the castle and never returned. 4. Berkeley Castle. The screams of a starved king, King Edward II, was imprisoned in Berkeley Castle in 1327 after being deposed. But history doesn't tell the full story. He wasn't just killed, he was tortured for months, kept in a cell above a rotting corpse pit. He was denied food, warmth, and light. Eventually, executioners are said to have burned his organs from the inside with a red-hot iron. His cries, legend says, could be heard for miles. Today, guests report hearing animalistic screaming from the dungeon, especially on cold, moonless nights. Tour guides swear they've seen pale figures pacing the battlements. Some refuse to enter the king's cell alone because of what waits inside. 5. Berry Pomeroy Castle. The White Lady and the Child in the Wall, hidden in Devon's woods. Berry Pomeroy Castle looks like a romantic ruin, but beneath the ivy and stone lies a brutal history. The White Lady is said to be Margaret Pomeroy, imprisoned and starved to death by her jealous sister Eleanor over a man. Her ghost appears in the old dungeon, glowing but eyed. Visitors report a sudden drop in temperature and feelings of intense grief when she appears. But the worst is the crying child. In 1987, a team discovered tiny bones behind a sealed fireplace in the east tower, believed to be a servant girl ritually buried alive during plague times. She's still heard sobbing late at night. One man fled after hearing her say, "It's dark. Please don't shut it again." He never spoke about it again. These castles were built to last, but so were the echoes of what happened inside them. When you walk through their halls, remember, the stones don't forget, and neither do the dead. Not every ghost wears chains. Some wear crowns.